Long ago, Prince Hodong, the son of Chabi, the second queen of King Daemusin of Goguryeo, who was on a journey to the land of Okjeo in Korea, happened to encounter King Choe-ri of the kingdom of Nangnang. Choi-ri recognized that Prince Hodong was the son of King Daemusin, and noticing his extraordinary appearance, invited him to the palace. At the palace, Prince Hodong saw the king's daughter, Princess Nangnang, and the two fell in love at first sight. Thus they became lovers. Prince Hodong stayed in the kingdom of Nangnang, took Princess Nangnang as his wife, and spent days like a dream. However, Hodong could not remain in the land of Nangnang indefinitely and had to leave for his own country, Goguryeo. Of course, he should have left with Princess Nangnang, but since he had married without his father, King Daemusin's permission, that was impossible. Therefore, Prince Hodong said, "I will return and surely take you away," and left for Goguryeo. Prince Hodong, having returned to Goguryeo, reported the events of his time to King Daemusin. However, King Daemusin did not permit the marriage and told him that if he absolutely had to bring her back, he should do so after conquering Nangnang. At these words, Prince Hodong felt his heart sink. How could he possibly destroy the country of the person he loved? Hodong's worries deepened. After much deliberation, Prince Hodong informed Princess Nangnang of this fact and told her that in order to live with him, Princess Nangnang agonized over the conflict between her kingdom and her beloved husband, but ultimately decided to follow her husband Hodong's words. She had to destroy the Jamyongo, a type of drum, and the horn trumpet, the treasures of Nangnang, held in the kingdom's treasury. One night, Princess Nangnang secretly entered the treasury and destroyed the Jamyongo and the trumpet. Upon hearing this news from Princess Nangnang, Prince Hodong reported it to King Daemusin, received an order for an all-out attack, and proceeded to assault Nangnang. Meanwhile, the palace of Nangnang was thrown into turmoil. The commander of the fortress garrison reported that the enemy was invading, but the king of Nangnang did not believe him. This was because Nangnang possessed self-sounding drums and trumpets that could warn of enemy invasions in advance. However, for some reason, the king of Nangnang realized the enemy had invaded too late, only after the Goguryeo army had already broken down the gates and was attacking to capture the fortress. When the king of Nangnang went to the armory, he found the self-sounding drums and horn trumpets torn and broken. Eventually, after obtaining a confession from Princess Nangnang that she had destroyed them, he became so enraged that he beheaded her. After killing the princess, the king of Nangnang surrendered to Goguryeo. Hodong received the surrender of the king of Nangnang and searched for Princess Nangnang, but she was already dead. Hodong was plunged into grief over the death of his beloved. Although Hodong ended up being seen as someone who had used Princess Nangnang, his military reputation within Goguryeo continued to rise. As Hodong's standing as a prince grew, Queen Wonbi, King Daemusin's first wife, who feared he would become the crown prince, began to frame him. She began to slander Hodong, making accusations such as, "Since Hodong does not treat me with respect, it seems he intends to commit lewd acts." At first, King Daemusin retorted, "Do you hate Hodong because he is the son of the second wife?" King Daemusin ordered Hodong that if he could not prove his innocence, he must die. In the end, Hodong, who had been unjustly framed, committed suicide by falling onto his sword without offering any excuses, leaving behind his last words. However, as the queen squeezed out tears and continued to slander him even more earnestly, the king had no choice but to suspect Hodong. "Princess Nangrang, I am sorry. I will follow you. This old tale is not merely a story of love between a man and a woman. It is a tragic love story in which romance is combined with the ambition for territorial expansion in an ancient kingdom, as well as the schemes and betrayals arising from the royal succession structure." Watching the LegendsOfKorea channel.